Hey everyone, this is Matt Nelson from Radish Poet Showings. Hope everyone is doing well. I'm currently about to take part in a veterans walk, starting from my alma mater of Western Carolina University. I'm going to actually have a few people from open mic that you might see at some point. We're starting out in a place called Cullowhee, North Carolina. It's kind of in the middle of nowhere. Not too many people know kind of where it is, but it is, you know, a 4-year university, sorry, and you know, just kind of in the middle of nowhere, just because once you start getting past like major cities like Asheville, you really don't see anything as expansive, I would say. So, like I said, later on I'll show a bit more of the actual campus in case said you got just so that you know exactly what's going on. But there will be some construction. Those cop cars are not for me. They're just kind of think they're just making the rounds. So yeah, if you notice like a sudden change, you know, the quality of the light, that's probably going to be why. And hopefully we'll be able to get a couple good interviews with some of the veterans we're going to be having. We're going to be going to a place called Catamount Gap first to do a little rappelling. Then we're going to be marching from there all the way into Sylva, North Carolina, which is also known as Ebbing, Missouri, if you've ever seen the Three Billboards movie. And we'll be able to, and we'll just kind of meet up with other veterans for a little celebration. Then we'll have something at the VA, so look forward to that, and hopefully everything will go well, because it is about just over 5 miles of walking just from Western to Sylva, and we don't know how it's going to be with this weather. So stay tuned. We got it.
Okay. For the last 10 years, the Jackson County Veterans Organization has done a hump. We've normally done it during Mountain Heritage Day. We've kind of copied the Marine Corps Silky hike, but it's a march from here into Sylva with a rappel and Catamount Gap to bring attention to the number of veterans killing themselves every day, the number 22. So you'll see the little posters here on everybody's, most people's jackets and stuff. So the number 22 is way too many, and we need to bring attention to that number. We've got a member or two that in our group that have taken their own lives. We've got a Gold Star mom here, and it's just a very critical and important job we're trying to do. So I thank all of you for being here. And if I can't make the entire 6-mile hump, I'll expect somebody to carry me. So, yeah.
We'll take turns.
Oh, perfect. And beer, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you, Matt, for taping that.
Yeah.
We'll be going in about 2 minutes.
These are surprise escorts. Instead of just having the regular cop cars that we saw, we also have various bikers. I guess some of them might have been veterans themselves. See, one lady had like an army sticker on it, so it definitely makes things very interesting, because around here it's perfect for going biking, just because we're not that far from Tail of the Dragon, which, while a good experience, it is a little nerve-wracking. Wow. Thank you guys very much for coming out to help us with this thing. You a veteran yourself? Okay, what branch?
101st Airborne.
Oh, that's cool. Oh, that's good. I actually got a little something for later on, basically celebrating the 5 major branches of the military that you guys really got to hear, because I've shared it with Tom over there, and he loves it, and I'm really glad that we get to see some very interesting people today. Yes. Blazing Skeleton, we got. I guess that's the name of the band. Yep, Blazing Skeleton. So that's going to be an interesting thing. Just the fact that you were, it's like, hey, So I went going around for some guy called, well, he has this word psycho on his thing, but he's the team captain, so you know things are going to be really interesting. And who knows what we're going to see, and we haven't even gotten properly started yet. Yeah. And here are a couple of the local police on both campus and from Jackson County where we're at. Thank you guys for coming out, because it's really nice to have some of these things, because you guys are just simply kind of like the National Guard, but you guys can always meant to support the families and those who really need it, regardless of whatever treatment you get. And I'm really glad that we can make this possible, and you guys are coming along with us.
Oh, absolutely. I'm glad we can be out here to help assist.
Yeah.
First off, we want to appreciate everybody here and thank them for their service.
Yeah.
So we're glad that we can do partnership with this. We've done this in the years past.
Yeah.
We're going to help out with blocking intersections and also traffic detail, watching out traffic. That way we can ensure the safety of everybody involved with this.
Yeah.
And so we're always eager and willing to help and reach out and help our vets any way we can. So we're happy to be here helping out.
All right, that's a very good thing. I said I'm glad that we've got anyone else, any other ones, or is it just going to be you five?
We have we got one more option.
Okay. All right, just gotta make sure, because just the more the merrier, and just the fact.
We still got some on the way that's going to help out.
Okay, yeah, because it is 6 miles, so that's quite a bit, and I'm glad that
I think the Jackson County Sheriff's Office, they'll probably come in for the duration of the escort back towards Sylva.
Yeah.
So once you get probably past around, I don't know, maybe Catamount Gap.
Yeah.
Yeah, they'll be there to help keep monitoring traffic, safety concerns and everything for the parade from that side.
Yeah. Okay.
Here to start off, we're definitely going to block off this intersection here at Highway 107.
Yeah.
Make sure everybody gets across safely.
Yep. All right. This is going to be a really fun day, and. Alright, this is the infamous wall that we're going to be rappelling up against. I'm actually really afraid of heights, but if I get the right kind of emotions going, that's usually the strength I need to make sure it's pretty slick up here. When it freezes over, it's covered in ice that doesn't seem to want to melt very quickly, so you can get plenty of good pictures. Let's see. Over here we kind of have some of our support crew, and some other people are just stopping by to watch the event. It's not exactly something you see every day, and the sky is still looking a little rough, but we're getting a few good patches of blue every now and then, so maybe in this case it's a good sign. And we don't know how long it's going to take for us to kind of get everything all set up, because we're just taking 5 right now. So, and just know it's kind of weird the fact we're right near the highway, so some people can whiz by here as much as like 60 miles an hour if they want to. And if they've been blocked, kind of by various forms of traffic, like for the actual roadblocks, they're not exactly going to wait around for whatever. Even with the cops, they're going to go as fast as they can to get wherever they need to be. And hopefully we'll be able to get something, so we'll be able to start rappelling it shortly. Okay, our glorious host took a different route getting up to the top, and I think he's ready to test out the ropes for everyone else, so who knows what might happen. I've never actually been... Yeah, that there are 3 ropes, but who knows? He's the one with the most experience.
I think you have to have 3 to keep the flag from sagging.
Yeah. So who knows what's gonna... And there is... Okay, that was someone else up there. Tom's the one on the left, so no telling if there's gonna be another face showing up momentarily, but this is gonna be definitely a very interesting way to spend one Sunday morning. Although in terms of actual fun involving Western, their annual tuck cleanup is usually their biggest turnout, because you got people waiting up since 5 o'clock in the morning just to get on the freezing cold river for 5 hours later, and it really, you could be out there for a good while at the mercy of geese. Don't know why they've stopped, but hopefully it's nothing serious. We are making history today. Oh, they're hanging the flag. Okay. Gotta raise Old Glory. Although, to be honest, true glory never really gets old.
That's right.
Yeah. In this case, it's just kind of like what they say with the law of conservation. Glory cannot be created or destroyed, only transformed. Because you can have one person that literally has everything and someone has nothing, and then all of a sudden, it's gone. Fate could change in an instant. Let Old Glory fly high. No matter wherever you go, be proud of wherever you're from. In all fairness, I wasn't born and raised in North Carolina. I've only been here for about 10 years, but it's probably where I should have been, because I've had the best times up here, going to school, meeting people like Mr. Baker up there, and a lot of other good things. And there's no telling where fate will take us next. And I don't exactly know the name of the person on the right, so in case you're wondering, yeah. Just as in this case, I'll explain later what an actual catamount is, because it's not exactly a very common mascot. Yes. And next, you gotta take a bow after that.
Being airborne.
I'd honestly would rather be a Power Ranger, but more of the Japanese sort, just because they're more efficient. Okay, we've kind of made it to the halfway. We made it to the halfway point, and the sky is starting to brighten up quite a bit, and that's a good sign for us. But it's the fact that, you know, right behind us, we have that. Of course, I've been lugging around the POW flag for quite some time. And, yeah, and it's just one of those. And just, you know, you never know what people have been through, and some people can be emotional POWs even without ever serving. So maybe this clear day is a good sign. Then we got the Smoky Mountains over there building up pretty good. We usually, you usually get quite a bit of rain from these kind of clouds, but it's kind of weird with the hurricanes, because they actually say that our weather is a lot stronger than what would be at the coast. Like it just has a weird way of just kind of bouncing off of each other. So we still got a ways to go, and I'll fill you guys back in once we get there. And I'm here with John from Western Carolina University. Could you tell us about your military experience?
Yes. So I joined the Army in 2007.
Okay.
I was a deep sea or engineer diver, 12 Delta. I served for 10 years, ending my career at Fort Leonard Wood, Missouri as a drill sergeant.
Wow.
Since then, I left in 2017 and came to Western Carolina. I'm currently the president of the Student Veterans Association.
That's cool.
And today I came out with Tom and the rest of the veterans to go through and make people aware of veteran suicide, specifically that 22 veterans commit suicide daily. And that's a number that is far too high and is preventable with different mitigation programs, and just make sure people understand how important it is to help those who have served and those who are despondent, and to let veterans themselves know that there are groups out there, individuals who are willing to help them, and that we're all in this together. Yeah,
because you never know. You could see people one day and never see them again, and you kind of want, and you find out who they were, and you just kind of wondered, you know, what if I just said hello and maybe would have, you know, give them enough spirits to, you know, try one more day, and that could have been the day that could have changed their lives. Yeah, because I know that I had a couple friends that enlisted, and they tried as hard, so they went for as long as they could, but they just weren't the same after leaving the military, and I've lost touch with them, so I don't know if they're even alive. But I'm glad that there are organizations like yours that are able to say, we're here for you.
It's an important message.
Yes. Okay. I'm here with one of our biker friends who helped provide a bit of an escort for us on the way. Could you state your name and where you served?
Tim Hart.
Okay. Where did you serve and how long were you there?
I was at Fort Campbell, Kentucky for 8 years.
Okay. Well, that's good. What made you enlist?
At the time, I had lost my job and there wasn't many jobs available, and I went to the recruiter and talked to him, and I was enlisted 3 days later.
Wow, that's something. So I kind of had some experience, but I said I didn't really do much serving. But what exactly was? Have you lost anyone to suicide?
Yes, I have several friends that I was in service with that have committed suicide.
Yeah, just I guess that if they had your biker group back then, that could have given them just enough hope to be able to keep on riding on. And the fact that, you know, because you know, bikers are their own religion, they have their own society, and it's nice to be kind of part of a system, just like being in the military, and just the fact that, you know, you still get to see very fancy places, but you can still, you know that you can go home when you need to.
Yeah, it's a brotherhood for sure.
Yeah. Okay. What did you think of the march today?
It was interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, they walked a lot farther than I'd be able to.
Yeah, it's just one of those things where I didn't know exactly what it was. I thought like all of us would have to rappel off that thing, but I'm glad that I didn't have to, because I'm a little bit afraid of heights.
Well, I've rappelled out of helicopters. I never have done it down a rock.
Yeah, I'm more of a rafting person myself.
Right.
Yeah, okay. Well, so that's very good. Thank you for your service. We're probably going to have a little bit of special entertainment from yours truly in a little while, so I look forward to seeing that.
All right, man. You have a good one.
All right. Here we have one of our female members, and you are?
Hi, my name is Maria Pyatt. I am an Army veteran. I served from 1998 to 2005.
Wow.
Active duty Army and the National Guard. And I have been with Tom's group for about 5 years now. So this is sort of the 5-year anniversary of our march.
Oh, that's good.
And today was just as good as every other year that we've done it. We had a great turnout, a lot of support from the community, and it's wonderful to see our veteran community coming together to support each other.
Yeah.
You know, I hope that we continue to grow.
Yeah.
You know, I think it's very, very important and vital to bring attention and awareness to veteran suicide, because it is a plague to the 1%.
Yeah.
So that's my hope.
Yeah.
And thank you.
Yeah. So have you ever been open mic with Tom? Because he's shared some of his experiences about being in Vietnam, like with his through his book.
Yeah. I know a lot of the stories, and you know, I've known Tom for a good long time now. And I know, you know, he's personally been through a lot. And he is a wonderful advocate for veterans and for the struggles that veterans have. He's been there. He's been through it. You know, and to see the sort of advocacy that Tom has started to create here in just this tiny little town of Sylva, North Carolina. You know, the hope that we can continue to spread it and grow it is ongoing for sure.
We all need support because you never know. Because I've only said I've actually recently made contact with one of my friends I've been talking to about 13 years, and he just poured out his heart to me. You know, just like, and it was just the greatest thing I ever said. I was glad I contacted him before anything else happened.
Yeah, absolutely. Right. Yeah, that's you know, I haven't been personally touched. I have lost friends that I served with in the military for other reasons and things, but I have people in my life directly that have been affected by veteran suicide. And it is hard to see what it does to families and you know, to friends. And again, it is, like I said, it's a plague. And it's almost like catching. And it's scary. It's very scary.
All right. So thank you for your words of wisdom, and hopefully we get to do this again next year.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
Thanks.
And another lovely lady. Say your name.
Kim Woodard.
Okay. And it looks like you served in the Army because of your hat.
I did. I was in the Army for 10 years.
Okay.
3 years active duty, 6 years in the reserves. I served in Desert Storm.
Wow.
After Desert Storm, we just decided, because I had young children, that was it. We were going to get out.
That's understood.
But I love it.
Okay. What did you think of the March today?
I thought it was awesome. I love doing this. I love the recognition. I hope people read the signs when we walk by.
I like how they, kept honking at us. I'm thinking, for once, it doesn't mean that they're mad at something.
Right.
It means they got both hands essentially on the wheel and they can't do a proper salute.
Right.
That's good.
Yes, I thought it was awesome.
Yeah, this was actually my first one, so I'm glad to actually have this experience with everyone.
We've done this for a long time.
The only thing I've kind of done as much, through Western is the tuck cleanup. That's always good. And that'd be like one of the most interesting ways, to actually kind of get this message across, because, you've got people lined up for hours, and it's like, you could just like be playing music, and so in this case. But have you been affected by friends who committed suicide, or?
Well, I have. There was a guy in our group that used to walk with us. That, he was a little bit older. He was 70. And he did commit suicide about 2 years ago, which was sad. But of course, I'm friends with Crystal. And
that's
her husband, but
and it's not just people who just came home and just couldn't do it. Like, it could take years before everything just finally boils over and just fate says, come home, almost.
And I work for the VA, so I got a lot of phone calls from
well, that's good.
We're on the border. And,
that's good. Sometimes you just need someone that said, I want to hear your story.
Right, that's right. Be sympathetic.
All right. Okay, that's good. Okay, and who do we have here?
I'm Crystal Cochran. I am the spouse of Justin Cochran, and we did the Hump Day walk today in memory of 22 veterans today that commit suicide, and are just trying to bring awareness to that. And I'm vice president of the Jackson County Veterans Organization, and work a lot with veterans that are suffering from PTSD. My husband took his life on Christmas Eve of 2016. All
right, continue.
And So I do a lot of suicide prevention, suicide awareness, and I think it's very important to bring those things to light, especially here in a very small community where there are not a lot of resources.
Yes.
So we just try to reach out and do whatever we can do to help the veterans of Jackson County.
Well, that's good, because you never know what other people have seen, because everything is always like saying, I can either confirm or deny my involvement. I'm like, yeah, but you might want to give us a vague hint to know just how close to the edge you really are, because sometimes you just need someone to say, we're going to do this with these people, and, you know, let's see if we can put a smile on your face.
Yes, one person can change somebody's whole entire life.
Yeah.
And just being a good person and being there for your friends and your family is more than anybody could ever ask for.
Yeah, because now, you know, we're so kind of isolated from each other. We may not even think of everyone could be like every man for himself, huh?
Yes. Life is hard and people can get very selfish, but we as a society just need to make sure that we are being the people that we need to be and reaching out to our friends and family and just being support when we need to be.
Yeah, because I remember like in Toy Story it says, you know, a good soldier never leaves a man behind, but you know, you never hear like a good man or woman never leaves a soldier behind.
A good human never leaves anybody.
Yes, because you never know. Because you never know if you could not see someone for like years, or even I find out about anything. Because you know, I've only really had one major form of contact with my younger sister in 10 years. That's only just because she came to visit me. She's civilian, but it's just like, it's just kind of like the idea of being a soldier and you just haven't heard from anyone from back home in so long, and it's just like, this is the one miracle that could give you everything.
My philosophy is if somebody's on your mind, let them know.
Yes. Oops. And who do we have here?
Charles Allen.
Okay. How long?
Retired 24 years.
Wow.
Sergeant First Class, United States Army.
It said that is a long time to be there.
Oh, yeah.
It said, I know every day must have been difficult, but it said America needs more hardworking people like you.
Oh,
yeah.
I agree.
Yeah. It said some people really enlist for the bare minimum and then that's it. But even then, it doesn't matter how long you're in, if people don't want to help you, that's kind of a bad thing, huh?
Yeah. You're right.
Have you lost anyone to suicide?
I have known of some of my friends, yes.
Yeah, that's always things.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, it said it's always kind of hard when you drift apart from everyone. There's no one says, let's meet up once every year at this particular spot to just kind of catch up, because you never know, what kind of problems could come up, even tomorrow.
You're right. That's just a great thing that we do here.
Yeah.
In Sylva, North Carolina.
Yeah. Yeah. This is. It said I do it. I was expecting, a larger turnout, but sometimes this is one of those things where you got a much better quality than quantity.
Yes.
And I'm very glad that we were a part of this thing.
Yeah. Me too.
Yeah. Hopefully we can do this again next year. It said who knows what's going to happen, because.
See you, brother.
And it said, what was it? Anything else? Like, you have any interesting stories?
Well, I just got one thing to say, that my military service was the best thing that I ever did in my life.
Yeah.
If I had it to do all over again, I'd do it again.
Yeah.
I am patriotic.
Yeah.
I love this country, and I love my brothers and sisters as veterans.
Yeah.
And I really deeply feel for the ones that has committed suicide for different varieties of different reasons, and only in the military that you can tell that the things that their mind is going through from the experiences that they had and seen too much.
And unable to talk about it, because that's the whole, like, I can neither confirm or deny. It's just like, so unless there's like some reason, so even like the most basic of things, it's like, well, you can't really talk about this, but that's what people really need, just saying, hello, my name is so-and-so, and I want to hear your story.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. Yeah, I think, you know, some of the better soldiers are the ones from the past, but so the human body just isn't meant to go forever.
You're right about that.
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate your time and service that you have done for the veterans.
Yeah.
I appreciate you.
Yeah. Yeah, I tried enlisting myself, but there was things going on at home that prevented it, but I can at least say I did meet some very interesting people and learned a lot. I learned a lot. I think the best thing I at least had was the dental work.
Yeah.
Although I did was very good at test taking. That was the one thing that got my trainers to be quiet for a little while. All right.
I really appreciate you.
You're very welcome, and hopefully, you know, when we get open mic back, you know, you should definitely come to that.
Yeah, no doubt about that.
Yeah. All right.
We'll do that.
All right. Thank you very much.
All right. Thanks.
Well, that was a very long day. Got home a while ago, and I said just kind of walked around in other areas. Hopefully we'll be able to do something like this again next year. But the message still remains that the fact that every day there are 22 veterans who take their lives, and they could be from any walk of life. It's not just the people that came home and couldn't cut it. They could be any age, and just sometimes they're haunted by their past and they need someone to reach out. Okay, just forget about that whole 23andMe. Just think about the 22V said that could be gone in any moment, because you know, I've known a lot of veterans that were my teachers, and I wish I could see them a little bit more often. I don't know what would happen if just one day you walked into class ready to go and they just said that they're gone, like something that could have been prevented a long time ago was just not possible. And they don't really say, they never really, you know, thanked anyone for whatever compassion you gave them. So, because you never know. And they always say that, you know, so we always try to put our heroes on a pedestal, but the problem is that in order to kind of, for that to sometimes, you know, for that to happen, they have to see a lot of darkness. And people want freedom, and glory, but they don't want to pay the bill that has to come with it. Because, you know, you can't just, you know, walk into some recruiter's place and walk out, you know, the next American hero. There's a lot of hard work that has to be done. Like with any job, if things get too stressful, you need to tell someone as soon as possible so they can get help. Or if you notice anyone who is struggling, find some way to reach out to them, saying, you know, I respect your privacy, but if you need someone to talk to, that person can be me. And I have, and I know other people either like you or like me that would be more than happy to be a part of this healing process, because, you know, like I saw in a picture, it said that, you know, there's no such thing as an unwounded scar. We all have people that we care about and we are worried about losing, and it's everything. It's that life could be over in seconds. So everyone who has served or is still serving, keep fighting the good fight, and just know that, you know, there are people out there who will continue to bring light on your situation, so that no one has to feel like they have to take the quick way out. And just remember, it is a permanent solution to maybe a temporary problem, because some people only just see themselves in a position where there's no way out, and they said that they can't figure out on themselves. That's why we always need friends. No one could ever truly be alone and expect to function. So this is Ride It Poet Showings signing off, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Like and subscribe, and hopefully I'll be able to have more messages of hope at some point in the not too distant future. All right. Thank you.